Country road. Night. A car driving with no headlights. She left at 3:17 a.m. No headlights, no suitcase, just her daughter in the back seat, and a folder. A folder full of everything no one had ever read. In car, a little girl sleeps, holding a stuffed bear. Her name was Lena. 7 years old. First grade. Quiet, watchful, and only one person knew why she flinched when doors slammed. Her mother. Gas station. Early morning. Mother looks around as she fills the tank. They crossed 3 states. Slept in the car, switched plates, turned off every phone. She knew they'd come for her. But not this fast. School parking lot. Day. Mother watches her daughter walk in on the 3rd day. She enrolled Lena in school, under a different name, with a fake address, and a smile that lasted barely 3 seconds. Police officers approach. She freezes. Officer, Miss Romashina. You under arrest for kidnapping a minor. Close up on her face. No fear, just exhaustion. She didn't resist, didn't cry. She just said, you have no idea who I was saving her from. Montage. News screens, headlines. Mother kidnaps own child. School arrest by morning. Her face was everywhere. TV, blogs, news tickers, kidnapper, unfit parent, previously stripped of custody. No one asked why. TV studio. Anchor speaking seriously into camera. Anchor. A disturbing case out of Jackson County. A mother has been arrested for kidnapping her 7-year-old daughter. Officials say she crossed state lines illegally. The child has been returned to her father. Photo of father, groomed, smiling, standing with lawyer. The father held a press conference. Said he was shaken, but relieved. Said he was working to rebuild trust. Holding cell. Mother sits alone under harsh light. She was placed in solitary. No lawyer, no phone call, no chance to explain. Neighbor interview on local news. Witness lower 3rd neighbor. She was strange. Kept to herself, but kidnapping. People fight in families. But this. Close up on case file. Stamped confidential. Never opened. There was one file that could be told the truth. But no one read it, because they'd already decided who was good, and who was guilty. Apartment. Night. A thud, then silence. The first hit was to her face. The second, to her ribs. The third, when she tried to protect her daughter. That ass when she knew. Next time, it wouldn't be her. Bathroom. Mother applies ointment to Lena's bruised back. Lena whispers, Mommy said I lied. And you lied too. Mother softly, you didn't, and neither did I. Pediatric clinic. Doctor looks nervously at father, then down at his clipboard. She took Lena to the doctor. Showed the bruises. Explained, then she watched the doctor's face change. Because the father stood in the room, smiling. Doctor, kids fall. Maybe gym class. Mother low, that is not a fall, that is a fist. Doctor whispers, I can't do anything unless you file a report. And even then not without evidence. Kitchen table, documents spread out. Custody denial, closed cases, court letters. She filed reports, complaints, petitions. They disappeared, because the father had status, connections, money. All she had was her daughter, and fear. Bedroom. Night. She wakes to whispers behind a door. She didn't know how, but he knew. He always knew what she was thinking before she did. Kitchen. He has on the phone. She stands quietly in the hallway listening. Father on phone. It is fine. Ivy got this under control. She wanted to go anywhere. She has nothing. Hallway. He turns, smiling calmly at her father. You Ray awake. Thought maybe you'd grown up enough to stop playing victim. Bathroom. Early morning. She hides a flash drive inside a salt jar. She had a plan. Collect everything. Photos. Medical records. Audio. Put it on a flash drive. Give it to someone. A journalist. A lawyer. Anyone who would listen. But she didn't get the chance. Elevator doors close on her. He stands at the bottom, still smiling. Father, you think you can leave? You think you Ray a mother? Lena's room. A small circle of stickers on the wall. A note. Mom, are we running away? Lena knew. She always knew more than a 7-year-old should. She never cried. Never asked questions, until one day she walked up and said, Lena, I packed my bag. Teddy. Water. Flashlight. Child's room. Night. Lena wears a coat. Backpack on, standing silently. It happened at 3:17 a.m. The wind howled louder than usual. The city was deeply asleep. Kitchen. Mother clutches flash drive. Watches her husband sleeping through a glass door. Mother whispering. Not a sound. Not a second too late. You snore when you Ray drunk, thank God. Doorknob creaks. She freezes. Lena whispers behind her. Lena. Mom. Mother. Faster now. No turning back. Apartment lot. They run to the car, silently shut the doors, drive away without headlights. They left with no headlights. No noise. No future. Just one goal. survive, and never look back. End. Back seat. Lena writes on the fogged window. Goodbye. She didn't cry. She didn't speak. She just wrote one word on the glass. Goodbye. And the car vanished into the dark. End. Interrogation room. Gray walls. Low light. To cameras rolling on day 5. They finally questioned her. No lawyer. No files. Just 2 officers who had already decided she was guilty. Investigator sits across from her, flicking through a folder. Investigator. You understand that crossing state lines with a minor is a felony. Mother calm. I do. Investigator. Then why? Close up on her hands. Nervous. Marked by healing scratches. She could be stayed silent. She had for 5 days. But then, she said this. Mother softly. You gave her back to the one who was breaking her. Because he was the legal guardian, and I was just the mother. Investigator looks up. First time he has shaken. Investigator. Do you have any proof? Mother. I had a flash drive. You seized it. It was in her backpack, between her books. Evidence room. Child-ass backpack on a table, labeled and reviewed. She gave them everything. Photos, records, audio, but the folder sat there unopened. Because their minds were already made up. Observation room. Through the glass, Lena sits beside her father, silent, staring down, and her daughter was already returned. End. Therapist's office. Warm light. Toys around. Camera in corner. A week later, Lena was sent to a child psychologist. Officially, to assess emotional state after reunification with her father. In truth, just a formality. A checkbox. Lena sits quietly at a small table. Her sleeve rides up. Bruises faintly visible. Therapist. Lena, is everything okay at home? Are you happy to be back? Lena quietly. I am not back. Therapist. What do you mean? Lena, I am just there again. Where I am not allowed to talk. Therapist freezes, eyes on the camera, then looks at Lena again. Therapist. Why can't you talk? Lena, because if I talk, he yells, and if he yells, he hurts. Observation room. Social worker listens to recording. His face changes this time. They heard her. This time. No one dismissed it, but even now it was almost too late. End. Child's bedroom. Lena asleep. A woman from child services sits beside her, refuses to leave. They found marks. Fresh dents in the wall, and memories that don't fade with sleep. And finally, one word appeared in the report: abuse. End. Courtroom. The mother sits on the defense bench, empty-eyed. Months later, the case was closed. The flash drive was accepted as evidence. The father lost custody. The mother was cleared. On paper, it was a victory. Prosecutor reads final statement without making eye contact. Prosecutor. Due to insufficient evidence and the defendant has intent to protect the minor from harm, charges are dismissed. End. Courthouse lobby. She exits alone. Nobody waits for her. No one came to her. No one looked her in the eye. No one said, we were wrong. Next. Child Psychology Center. Lena sits reading in the sun. Her mother watches from afar. They were allowed to see each other. Gradually, with supervision, as if she was still a suspect, Lena looks up, sees her, smiles, then walks to her quietly. Lena, are we together now? Mother barely audible. Now we are. Final black screen. White text. The case was closed. The mother was cleared. No police officer, judge, or child protection worker was held accountable. Lena still flinches at loud noises, and she still refuses to say the word dead.